everybody. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. If you are watching us via YouTube, you are getting some different scenery. Bob, again, on the road, traveling for work. Derek, outside, sort of. In the garage,
Beautiful.
but out of the garage also. So you're going to hear the birds. He's swatting at, I don't know, gnats or something.
Yeah, there's like a fly.
There's a fly. Shoo
There's a
fly,
fly.
don't bother me.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm about to fire up a pipe and get some tobacco smoke.
There you go. Do that. Smoke them out.
Nice.
So we got Bob and Derek, and I am Scott, and you are listening and watching Hey, We're Talking. Today on Hey, We're Talking, I think this week, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go into some movies and take some different takes on the movies. Today, we're going to talk about pointless sequels. Now, that's a wide open topic, so we're all going to have some different ideas of what we consider a pointless sequel. I'm going to throw one out there just to get the ball rolling. I've never personally watched these movies, so this is kind of a jerky thing to do by saying pointless sequels.
Interesting.
But Fast and Furious, really? 8 of them now? What's going on with this film franchise?
Well, the thing is, people like it. People really, really enjoy these fast car movies, and even though what's the guy's name that died? Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Even though Paul Walker died, I mean, there were still many movies
died?
before him. Yeah. There were still many movies before him, before he passed away, and I mean, people just love to watch them. I don't know.
I guess.
And I think it's unfair that you're judging the movie franchise without ever watching it. There might be, an overarching storyline that
I'm
needs
sure.
to be told, Scott.
I'm sure there is. I bet you it's fantastic. It's probably really good stuff. Fast and the Furious.
Actually, I watched the first 3 movies.
Oh my gosh.
And they were all entertaining.
Are you lying?
No, I'm very serious.
It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable that you like
Why?
those. I don't know.
Kind of makes me feel uncomfortable that you're judging a movie without even watching it.
Dude, it has that guy in it, that little short
Do you
guy.
not like drifting? Do you not like drifting?
No,
at
I
all?
don't. No, not at all. What's the
Bro,
guy?
do you not have NOS, bro?
What's the guy? I should have got the names of the people. So I knew Paul Walker, but what's the
Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's in it, dude. I mean, it's Vin Diesel. What do you? It's not like Academy Award winning film. It's Vin Diesel.
No, but see the fast speeds of the cars, the racing, the crashes, the action makes up for the poor acting, I guess you could say.
The only thing that has made me think about watching them, I told my wife, I was like, what we should do is sit down and watch all of them back to back one weekend, just to say we've seen them. And part of the reason I'd like to watch them is because The Rock's in the last, what is he, in the last 2 or 3?
I saw the one with The
2, 3?
Rock, the first one with The Rock. So whatever that one was,
Okay.
I saw that.
I think he's going to be in his 3rd coming up. They also got Charlize Theron in this most recent one. That's what makes me go, okay, maybe is there something going on? But then I think about Charlize Theron and I was like, she hasn't actually been blowing it up lately. I mean, she was in Mad Max, but what has she done in quite some time? She's just like, they gave her the phone call. Hey, we've got an offer to get in the Fast and the Furious films, and she's like, take it. I need work. Take it. So I don't know.
It's a successful franchise. What is your problem, Scott?
Just
I mean,
because
you never see them talking about Harry Potter, like, 8 Harry Potter films. That's too many. But now
why
you're
did you bring that up? Because now we're gonna have to talk about JK. Don't do it. Because you know what'll happen. No, listen, but it's the same thing with like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Really? I think they're getting ready to make the 5th one of
Dude,
that shit.
I'm excited for the next one.
Are you serious?
100%. By the way, the Fast and Furious franchise has made $4.1 billion, Scott.
That's globally. That means that there's a lot of
$4
people
billion,
in like
Scott.
Europe
Yeah,
and
they're gonna keep
Asia that
making
are
them.
like, cars go fast. Yay.
Okay,
They don't know
and-
that Vin Diesel's not that good of an actor there.
Okay, so, dude, I mean,
I love that
$4
this one is we're spending all our
billion
time on this.
dollars.
Just because it makes money doesn't mean it's good, okay? That's not the determining factor.
Well, we weren't doing a debate on that. Anyways, Derek, do you have one?
Yeah, like what's the deal with like Cinderella Part 2 or Bambi Part 2 or
Yeah.
Peter
Whoa,
Pan
whoa.
Part 2?
Those are all. That's stupid.
you've got to give children hope. And when they
Can't
see another
come
movie
up with
come back
something
around,
new.
have you watched Toy Story 2 or
Yeah,
3?
those are good. We didn't say those are bad.
Those
sequels.
are good.
No,
yeah, those
but,
are good
but
sequels.
I'm not talking about the mainstream. There's a lot of good mainstream Disney sequels, but they do a lot of the straight to video. Is video a thing? Straight to DVD.
Yeah.
But Bambi's pretty mainstream. And Cinderella.
Bambi was mainstream. It was like
it was
huge
mainstream
back in
in
the,
like
the
1950.
40s.
Yeah, 1940 or something. Little kids now don't care about Bambi.
They did like a sequel to all these movies, like in the 90s and early 2000s, and
Dumb.
they just put them straight to DVD.
Dumb.
And
They just wanted to make some money off of parents who
Yeah.
like Bambi. Exactly. So I'm going to throw another one out there. Now these have caveats. The first one, you know what? I'm going to go with my big one first. So there was Rocky 1, there was Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, total dumpster fire, and then totally redeemed it with Rocky Balboa. And I think Creed could fit in there too.
Creed was a good movie.
But Rocky 5 was a dumpster fire. That was horrible. Rocky 4, probably for my age, that was like the movie.
The 55-year-old and
Drago.
over.
Driver, shut up when he fought Drago. You cannot beat that. And our current political climate, you know, Rocky taking on Russia. How much better could it be, right?
Yeah, Adrian. All right, I'm gonna totally throw this out here, and I think you guys will agree with this one. Speed 2.
Yes. Stupid. And they didn't even have Keanu in it. What a disaster.
Right. Not that Speed 1 was a great movie, but, you know, Speed 1 was kind of like, okay, that's a different concept. We haven't
Yes.
seen that before. But then Speed 2 comes out, and it's like,
It's on a boat.
we
on a
just
boat.
saw this, and what's happening? Or
The boat
another,
can't go under 55 knots per hour.
another
I
example.
don't know.
Another example is The Matrix Part 2, 3, 4,
No,
however
there's
many
only
they
3
had.
so far, but they're going to remake it. Did you hear that?
But I mean, the first one was awesome.
Yes.
And the first Matrix movie brought us a lot of the stuff that we see in movies today.
Yes.
But like the slow motion moving and all that stuff, all
Derek
that
is
was happening with
unimpressed by all this, by the way. The look on his
I know.
face. He's like,
Oh,
Matrix, I could give a crap.
no, I'm
Have you
thinking about
been
it.
drinking, Derek.
No, I've been drinking. I just woke up, and
That's what it is.
the
Because he
topic.
drank all morning.
Because I'm trying. Yeah.
Before I
I'm
went to
trying
bed.
think. I'm trying to come up with like a good one. What about the Star Wars prequels, the prequel trilogy? Should that have been? I mean, maybe it's not pointless. It's definitely not pointless, but probably should have been done better,
Yeah.
and is probably a topic for a different video. So we won't go there.
No, that's a good one. We should revisit it, though, because they tried to kid those up so much. The 1, 2, 3. Not
Right.
3, but the first 2 for sure. The first one the most. Part of the thing that makes the first one so horrible is Jar Jar Binks and that kid. The kid just the one.
I think
who's
what they were
Anakin
trying to do is just
awful.
their target audience was non-Star Wars people, so they had to make it kind of like non-Star Warsy.
But
not a
those
word,
movies again
but-
were super successful in the box office.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
they were
people
monstrous.
went to go see those for sure. I was thinking when you were talking about the Matrix, how about the Hangover movies? The first one was funny. The second, two, the other two, what the heck are they thinking? Again, that's just to make more money.
Right.
It had no point.
And typically the first movie will make tons of money. The second movie will make a lot of money as well. And then they said, well, let's make a third and just see
Yeah,
if we
exactly.
can capitalize on a quarter of that. Lower budget, by the way.
Do
I
it,
got
Derek.
a good one. How about you remember the Mummy series with
Oh, my
with
gosh.
Brendan
Oh,
Fraser?
yeah.
Yes.
Mummy and Mummy Returns were pretty good, but then they did one.
Scorpion King?
No, it wasn't the score.
No, that was like a
spin-off,
break off. Yeah.
But they did one where they go to Asia, like the Emperor of Time or something like that. Everybody was new. You know, Rachel Weisz was
Yep.
not in it,
Yep.
so it's like
Was
I don't
Brendan
think so.
Fraser in it?
Yeah, he was in it.
Of course he
No,
was.
he'll take anything.
He will. That's for sure.
So-
Go ahead. Let me just say this one real quick because I
Go
think
ahead.
I'll get beat up for this one a little bit, depending on if you have an affinity for it. Back to the Future 2 and 3. Nope. Nope. Not
No.
a fan.
So
Don't
Back
even
to
go
the
there.
Future 2, yes, I like that one. Back to the Future 3, again, they were trying to. The reason for Back to the Future 3 is why they make a lot of threes, is the fact that now they can sell a DVD pack, and they're hoping to capitalize on a percentage of 1 and 2. So 3 I thought was terrible. The second one I thought was good.
2 had
I
potential.
love all three of them.
2 had potential, and I think it touched a little bit of the potential, but it was nowhere near the first one. That's part of
No.
the thing. It's very hard to be better than the first movie.
Right. That's true.
Derek, go ahead. You were
but
going to
they-
say you like all 3.
Well, yeah, I love all 3, and 2 and 3 were wrote. I believe they were wrote together.
They were.
They were. It was Back to the Future Part 2 was shot with the full intention of the third one being
Yep.
made, so
Yep.
it wasn't pointless. You may
It
not
took
have
a
liked
while.
it.
I think it took
That's
a while.
my childhood, bro.
Yeah, I think it took a while between 1 and 2, though. I think it took a while. They didn't just. They were going to leave that thing alone, from what I remember, and then they just said, "Okay, let's write 2 and 3 together. Let's just boom these things out, get it all done." And yeah, I thought 2 out of the 2 and 3 is better than 3, obviously, but
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I
I didn't
still
hate
didn't-
3,
but
but I just thought
compared-
that 2 was better.
yeah, compared to the first one, 2 and 3 are just poo to me. But that's my opinion. And I think the same thing, like Die Hard after 1 and 2. What in the hell is the point of those other ones? Awful.
So you're taking a lot of the big ones that were extremely popular. See, I was kind of looking at like the Blues Brothers 2000,
Oh man, that was a disaster too.
the Crow
took that
2
forever.
the Crow 2 City of Angels.
Yeah, The Crow was real. I remember
The first
I haven't
one was
seen
awesome.
it in a long time, but I can remember back when it came out, really enjoying it.
And then Brandon Lee died during the filming of the first one, and then they just decided let's make a second one anyways and
Yeah.
try to capitalize on his death.
Yep,
I don't know.
that's
Well,
probably what
lots
it
of-
was.
I
Go
got
ahead,
you
Derek.
guys. What about Neverending Story Part 3? some might say 2 was bad, and some people might even say 1 is not even good.
Okay.
but
I'm
but
going to
there were
assume
some-
the position of Bob here real quick and just tell you I've never seen any of them.
Okay. Have y'all seen the Wishmaster series? It's a horror film franchise.
No.
Yes.
No.
They made like 4 of them. I thought like 1 and 2. I mean, 1's the best. 2 is like but 3 it was like no, getting a little dumb.
They've done that with all the exorcism movies too. You had the original, which was just creepy as can be, and then they created it with the deleted scenes added to it, which was extremely creepy. And now they've done the exorcism.
Exorcism.
Wow, of Emily Rose and this and this and this and that. And now it's just crazy.
I
There's
didn't
way-
even
know
get
that
into
there's-
all the horror films because they do billions of those, man. Like Halloween
Yeah, but you're-
5
you-
3D and
But you and your wife are afraid of them, so that's why you don't
that's
watch
not,
them.
It's not about fear. I just don't like. I don't find horror films entertaining to me.
I don't like being scared. Well, see,
No,
a
I
lot
don't
of
care.
a lot of the new ones are. I don't watch a lot of the new ones because they are pretty boring. It's the same regurgitated stuff over and over again.
Well,
so
how many ways can you figure out how to scare people? I mean, how many times are you going to be fooled by someone hiding in a spot or coming out of nowhere?
well, that's fine. Just if you want to prove that, we'll create
Listen,
a video.
the
with
horror
you.
stories, for me, the horror movies. Not only that, I think they get so dark now. They're just like. Sometimes I see the things that people watch. Like I remember watching Saw with a
Yeah.
friend of mine, and just going, they shouldn't make shit like this because people are gonna like copycat this shit.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was my thing.
Talk about sequels that shouldn't have been made. I mean, how many
Saw,
Saws are
isn't
there
like
now? Like
4 or
8
5
of them.
I don't know.
No, there's a bunch of them.
That's ridiculous. There's only
Yeah,
so
there's-
many times you can make a guy have to cut his leg off to get out of a room.
Yeah, and there's like 4 Sharknadoes, and there's only a matter of time before that becomes real life.
I have not
I
seen
can't bring
that.
myself to watch any of that stuff.
I tried watching it the other day. I really did because they're on Netflix right now. All
Really?
4 of them, and there's a 5th one in the works. Yeah, and I tried to watch it. I couldn't sit through it.
I
could
think
not.
the only reason that I would watch that is because it has a guy from Beverly Hills 90210 and Ian Ziering is in those
Oh
movies.
Yeah.
my gosh. Just so you guys know, Saw 8 comes out October 27th,
Get
2017.
the hell out of here. This is stupid. All right, so listen, we got to I mean, we could keep going on this one, man. This is good.
This
but
this is a long show.
This could go forever, but what I would recommend to everybody is tell us what ones we missed, and let's continue the discussion. If you want to join our Voxer chat, hit us up at heywe'retalking@gmail.com or just leave a comment, whatever you need to do, and we'll throw you in there and you can join us. Thanks for listening. We are on Wednesday going to be talking about movie badasses. All right, so get ready for that on Midweek Man Stuff. We're talking movie badasses on Hey We're Talking. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. See you Wednesday.
See you.